That's where you get it. All right, we're live.
What?
I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
All right, I'll put it in the chat. So click on the top blue left icon, and it'll bring up our chat, which we can just talk between us. All right.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
I'll have the Q&A up top here once people start asking questions. Click on the Q&A to see what the questions are.
All right.
And we're live.
We are live.
We are live.
What's up, everybody?
We have no viewers.
Oh, hey there.
Oh, they'll come.
Oh, hey, Peter.
That's perfect.
These fucking faces and shit, or like the effects are just priceless, man. No more shark stories, CJ.
Dude, that was supposed to be between me and you. I didn't realize you were gonna bust me out on your stream and tell tips and everything.
It was too funny, man. It was too funny.
I thought that was our secret, man.
I was laughing so hard, man. And then you text me, you're like, I can't look at you because you were laughing too. And then I couldn't look at you because I kept laughing. It was just terrible.
Dude, I was squirming and shit. I think I dropped a couple farts and hoping nobody heard it. Like, I haven't listened to the replay yet, but...
Oh, I got a new Tinder match. Let's go.
Attaboy.
Melissa, 23. It's kind of cute. I'm just going to retweet your guys' tweets because I don't have the... Actually, I can copy it. Where do you see... Where does it show you how many viewers there are as well? I was going to ask that last time.
Good question.
I see it at the bottom of mine, but I'm the moderator. I don't know if that's why.
Yeah, I think only the host can see it.
So it says 3.
What is this called again? Hashtag hanging out? Hashtag walking off?
Yeah, walking off with a G.
I'm pretty sure it's walking off.
Whacking off.
Yeah.
Hashtag
No, that
whacking off.
hashtag is used already, believe me.
I'm gonna download Tinder right now.
Dude, Tinder's amazing, dude.
I edited this for YouTube.
I had a girlfriend for a long time, but now
Ryan and Matt are going to get matched up right live on stream.
yeah, it even made me delete my grinder, which was really annoying.
You're in Virginia, right? I just have to search, like, maybe 90 miles. I could probably find you.
Where you at?
No, you're in Virginia? Never mind. I was thinking West Virginia. I'm in Ohio.
Yeah, that's right.
I was in Virginia Beach for like 6 months, though, last year.
Yeah, I hate that place.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't Virginia Beach. I was in Langley. So, like a half-hour away.
Anyone know Marcus Savage?
I don't know.
Nope. All right, so click on the Q&A on the far left, and then you'll see the question from Marcus Savage.
I don't see a question. Is he asking about Tinder?
Tell Melissa we can do a threesome.
Threesome?
Tinder.
What do you? I don't even see the question. It must not updated on my screen yet.
This is going well.
But you click the blue Q&A on the left.
Kind of like,
Alright, I tweeted mine.
Oh, I clicked on his Google Plus.
Is that Chesty? That's probably Chesty right there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No shit.
I'm in here.
Anyway, we got 8 viewers.
I don't know where you see the viewers. What's up, everybody?
Because he's the only one that sees that.
Hi, viewers.
What's up, guys?
Oh, hey there.
Peter.
Oh, Peter, that's nasty.
If I hit sign in with Facebook for this right now, will it like post on my Facebook that I got Tinder again?
No. No, it won't.
You seem like you know, so.
Nah, I was worried about that too because I was kind of ashamed. But now I don't care, man. Everybody has Tinder. You don't have Tinder. You should get it. Anybody, all the viewers out there, Tinder's great. I'm Tindering right now. I just got a new match. Her name's Melissa. She's 23. 6 miles away.
I'm gonna make my age range 50 to 65.
Now, guys, if you have Google Plus, then if you're watching, you can ask us questions in the chat.
Dude, that's a great idea. I'm totally gonna see if I can find some 60-year-old ladies tonight.
Cougars for days. I feel
No,
like
no stream tomorrow for Matt.
I'm gonna be finding myself a sugar mama. Gonna buy me a new computer.
You can still stream past like 5 o'clock though when she's in bed.
My hair.
All your guys is shit.
Dude, this is why I don't do this, because there's a picture with her and like 5 of her friends. Like, don't give me that bullshit.
All right, so are we actually gonna do anything in this podcast?
Yeah, let's talk. I think the biggest news right now for MLB The Show was what they just the developers just sent out. Which, for those of you guys in the hangout that didn't read it yet, this was not the big update. Apparently, they are still working on that.
False alarm.
Psych!
Gotcha.
So I get to get asked that question more in the stream.
You could just make it a Moobot thing. Just have it say it like every 2.5 minutes.
But there were some guys that did get upgraded today. So we can talk about that eventually. But as far as the roster update, I mean, they said around the All-Star break, and what they said in the developer forum was, you know, it's still around the All-Star break. It takes a lot of work, and we're not ready to do it yet, so that's fine. The All-Star break is over, though. The All-Star game was last Tuesday, so it's been almost a full week. What are you guys' thoughts about all this?
I feel like they could have been more prepared myself and had this done if that was the plan. Maybe they were just waiting until after the trade deadline. I don't know, but I feel like no matter how long it could have been, if they said that they were going to do something around the All-Star break, probably should have been a little bit closer to the All-Star break, in my opinion.
How surprised are you?
I'm sorry.
How surprised am I?
That this wasn't the big update.
I'm not, to be honest with you. In my personal opinion, I feel like after these last few upgrades where there was like nothing good at all, it just doesn't surprise me anymore, man. Nothing surprises me.
I wasn't surprised. I hope that they would have it.
I think the big issue is, like, I'm not too upset, but they need to, like, communicate to their customers and the community a little bit better.
Absolutely.
That's the big thing. If they want to push it back to past the trade deadline, then push it back. Let us know you're working hard on it. Don't just have a stream. That's just kind of baffles me. Don't have a stream and talk about it, because that's what most people are going to get out of that stream. Because that's
the one
big
thing
this year. Diamond Dynasty.
Not to interrupt, but I heard from Lance, who's one of the developers, and he said they actually don't have control of their Twitter page. They get it through a third-party group, which
Yeah, that's what he told me. He's like, yeah, we'll sponsor you, but I don't know if we can get that. You know, I don't know if we'll be able to retweet your tweet every time. I was like,
That's what we do, because it's
okay.
a lot of little stuff
Yeah,
with having that.
I don't know. I mean, where is MLB The Show compared to like Madden? What is their bottom line? Are they really that understaffed and where they can't even get roster updates out?
Well,
It's tough to believe that, isn't it? I mean, especially with the revenue that this game is bringing in this season.
I mean, hell, MLB The Show tips. They could have hired him and he could have had this shit out 2 weeks ago.
Or just had him do it even as a volunteer, because he's already putting in more work to guess.
Yeah, I mean, Operation Sports does the whole minor league roster for him. I'm sure somebody. I don't know. I'm not too upset about it, but it's just kind of like. I'm just not surprised, to be honest. Like, I didn't really get my hopes up.
I'm not upset for myself as much as I am for all the people that like get in my stream and everybody else that plays the game that looks forward to all these upgrades, and it just is frustrating. Like my team is like good, and I don't have to worry about getting stubs or investing in players or anything like that. But the people that watch the streams and stuff that want to know so that they can make stubs, they're getting screwed over, and it sucks.
Yeah, these guys out there that aren't spending any money, or maybe they just started playing and they're trying to make profit on it, and they're just been waiting. Yeah, but that is frustrating as hell, because I've been holding on to Peralta's since the game came out, and I don't need the stubs now. but whatever. I can definitely see the frustration, and plus, they're gonna ask you in your stream. Let's not tease ourselves. That's mainly why you're probably frustrated.
Reddit was hating.
So related to that kind of tips, do you think guys like DJ LeMahieu will ever reach anything? If they went high silver or gold, do you think that those guys would actually get their proper value because they've been bronze or silver for so long? Guys like DJ and pro.
You're now going to hear me talk a lot about my prediction videos and value tied to them. Someone's echoing a lot.
Yeah. Who is that?
Might be me.
I think it's Derek.
Yeah, you're not going to hear me talk about value tied to overalls unless you specifically ask a question about one player because, yeah, exactly. What is a DJ LeMahieu? What's a middle or low gold second baseman really worth? Because I think we're at a point in the year where people have built their teams, unless you're just starting, and there's really a minority probably just starting at this point in the year. So they're on to D. Gordon, they're on to Pedroia, they're on to Altuve and the legends, and so LeMahieu for fans, sure, that's great, but you're not going to really make a ton of profit unless you bought him for under 100 and he's going for 1,000, and even then you're really grinding it out. So I want to remind everyone, for anyone in the chat, if you're using Google+, you can ask us questions with the chat feature, or if you're on YouTube Live right now, you can just put it in the comment section. We're going to be looking at those. And we got a bunch of the talking heads, the insiders of the community here. We've got MLB The Show tips here. We got Ryan. Ryan, why don't you introduce yourself?
What's up?
Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name's Ryan. Just got matched, and my two gamer tags are VT Hokey and VT Hokey 2013 and VTGuest. I think I'm number 2 and 3 right now.
All right, cool. And then we got Outside Slider here.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Mathodman.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, Cardinal Bird 5 in the dark.
Go! Yeah, you're creepy as hell right now.
Got a question here. Let's see. Would you rather have DD like FIFA 2K and Madden have cards come out as the year goes on, or do you like these roster updates?
I prefer the roster updates. Doesn't FIFA do like only one roster, like one overhaul though?
Right.
Yeah.
No.
They do more.
The way FIFA does it is like if a player does really good one week, because like in soccer there's only like a team will only play like at most maybe 2 games a week. They'll play their regular club game with their club division, and then they'll play like the Champions League if they're in the Champions League. They might have a tournament game for a cup or something like that. So if they have a really good week, they'll make a whole new card for that person with like an upgraded stats and stuff like that. So you'll still be able to buy the original card, but they'll have a new version of the card too. Like informs is what they usually call them. So I don't know if Madden does that because I haven't played Madden forever.
Madden does something like that, I think. I only played a little bit.
I kind of like how they do it, but again, they need more legends and they need some throwback players. Which I really, if I was to pick a game for them to copycat or mimic off of, I would say NBA 2K. But I don't want them to do like all the rubies and everything like that. I wouldn't mind seeing like they get on 2K. They have like a throwback LeBron James. They have throwback Kobe. They have players, cards like that would be cool. But I don't want to see like Ruby LeBron, Onyx LeBron, Gold LeBron that are usually just about the same. I don't care for that. Or and then Madden's got like the 99 Tim Tebow. I don't want to see that shit.
Right, and I think that's the problem. As soon as you buy a card, it's almost worthless the next day, like a new car off the lot.
Yeah. So I like how they do it because it's,
Yeah, that's the reason why I like the way MLB does it, because it's a little more strategic as far as working the market and stuff, because you're able to plan ahead and maybe see that somebody's doing really well. Granted, planning ahead with MLB lately doesn't really work because they don't upgrade people, but what are you going to do? The idea behind it is good.
Well, one of the questions is about with the roster update, and someone asked, it's really baffling how Greinke could get that semi-big upgrade and the hits per 9 was not touched. So I've got the hits per 9 stacked here. Well, I've got all the roster updates stacked from his last few updates, and you see his hits per 9 went up +2 actually, so it wasn't nothing. But the walks per 9 is really what catapulted him into diamond status.
And it looks like his K per 9 went down too, so that just kind of neutralizes the +2 to hits per 9. So really, it's just the walks per 9.
It's just the walks per 9, right? Yep, you're absolutely
really made it, and that's I don't know. That's just going to be minor on All-Star difficulty because it's already too easy to spot your pitches.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Has anybody used him yet? So I guess none of us have really had a chance probably to use the new and improved Greinke, huh?
Oh no, I haven't. I mean, he's gonna be a lot like the last one. I don't really see it. Most people probably wouldn't even be able to tell.
I could have sworn I had him on my team, and then I went to put him back in my lineup at the end of my day of streaming, and I didn't have him. And I was talking all day. I was like, oh, I'm going to put him back in. I keep forgetting. And then I looked, and I was like, fuck, I don't even have him on my team. So I just thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I got screwed so bad in DD today. I hate that game.
Hey, Sauce, we're getting some tips that this link is not working. Do you know anything?
The link is not working.
It's working for some people because we
have 28 viewers at the moment.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you guys seeing questions in the chat? Because I don't see any questions.
You got Mathman.
You can open the Q&A up on the left, I think.
All right.
Right?
Oh, I opened up group chat. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I had the group chat open, but
The next one is, do you see a big trade coming soon? I'm going to tweet this link.
I mean, I'm sure something will happen.
How would it impact MLB The Show? Like, I was thinking about if Johnny Cueto gets traded, does that really increase Frazier's or Votto's value for the Johnny Bench collection?
Probably, yeah, slightly. Johnny Bench isn't really a highly demanded legend, in my opinion. Most people go after Yogi, I would assume. But I mean, it's going to go up a little bit, I would say. It's not like Ted Williams where, David Ortiz got the drop, so then Hanley and Pedroia just, stay really high, even though Hanley's an awful left fielder.
What else we got?
Toby Spokes asked, how does the AL East play out?
I think the Yankees go 79-2 over the second half and take the division.
It was really funny in my chat today, in my stream. Somebody mentioned that the Yankees are really good, and then somebody's like, no, the Red Sox are better. Then you had somebody who's like, the Blue Jays. And I just went back and forth for a while. I was like, no, the Yankees are better. No, the Red Sox are better. And I just kept, it was just kind of funny. It went on a little rant. Because people get into those little debates, and it just cracks me up.
Honestly, I think the Yankees get injured, and I think the Yankees fall apart a little bit because they're not going to be able to stay healthy. And I think it's probably the Orioles if they get any pitching at all compared to last year.
I'm watching the rest of the Seattle and Detroit game right now while I'm doing the podcast.
Someone asked, how do you think the AL East will play out?
What?
I'm a Red Sox fan, but I think the Orioles are probably going to end up on top. Personally, I think the Yankees can't maintain, just like Ryan said.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's the Orioles.
Especially when A-Rod comes under investigation for steroids again.
Wonder if he's like perpetually under investigation.
Yeah, he definitely gets randomly drug tested like every other week.
Not again, guys.
Randomly in quotation marks.
All right, next question. Is Cardinal Bird 5 a party pooper?
Tyler.
No, he had 2 Coronas last weekend.
Tyler, you were going to get mod, but I don't know about now, dude.
You go.
All right, one more here. Got Eli asked, this one is aimed at some of you more than others, but do you wish the matchmaking was different? If so, to what extent?
Yeah. I can kind of talk about that. Because if you get to the top, it's to the point where both people's bars, I know this is probably going to confuse people, but it's to the point where both people's bars have to fill up. So if somebody's like in the 1700s and on on your screen, say you're 2000, and it says right now you can find somebody in the 1700s, but that's not true. Somebody in the 1700s has how they borrowed up to 2000s, and the odds of that happening are very slim. So that's why you see, when Mathodman or VT or myself stream, it can take a while to find a game. So I wish it would just go off your own bar, and then you can match up with anybody. Because I believe that's how it was in the past, and it got matched up quicker. And I also wish it was more based off ping. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they weighted ping at least a little bit.
You wish what?
They weighted ping a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. Because I know in the beginning of the year I was facing nothing against Puerto Ricans, but I was facing a lot of Puerto Ricans, and the connection was complete ass. So.
Hey, fuck you, man.
Shout out to Puerto Ricans.
I love you guys, but your internet sucks.
The internet's not the best.
All right, what are some good value collections? I've got Seaver, Yunt, Floyd, and free agents already. So who are some of your favorite legends? We don't have a budget, just who do you like?
I think Steve Finley, I think he's really underrated. He's really good defensively. He's not super fast, but again, if you have a high fielding, they'll be able to cover a lot of ground out there because the fielding makes up their speed when they're on defense, and plus he's got a little power. Dante Bichette's a really cheap one to get against lefties, and then I'm sure there's others. Do you guys think of any?
Rod Carew.
Rod Carew. I mean, there's so many that are cheap. Don't use Jack McDowell, though. He kind of sucks.
Yeah, he does.
Not good. He was like the first one I did, and I was like, damn.
I got him because I'm like, hey, this will be cool. I never seen anybody use them, and okay. Now I know why nobody uses them.
I think the first legend I got, no, the first one was Bagwell. I was going to say Bench. Bench was the second one, and that was the biggest down slope ever of hitting with him. He was fucking awful.
Yeah, he doesn't hit righties very well at all. It's like 67, 75.
I think I batted like 125 with him.
I'm trying to think. Floyd's one of my favorites. I used him for the longest time. He was super cheap. There's another one, too. Kenny Lofton's pretty cheap. Who else?
Throw him in left. I don't really feel like Kenny Lofton is that great in center because his arm.
I don't like him in center at all.
Yeah.
His arm's way too
Will
weak.
Clark. Will Clark is he's only like 10 to 12K, I think, for that collection. He's my favorite first baseman.
Yeah. You just have to get him pretty much.
I know there's some others out there that are like less than 5K. I can't think.
I forgot I had Will Clark.
Do you have him?
Yeah, I put in, because Votto went down, like I would never start anybody over Votto just because I do so good with him, and since he went down, I completed Fred McGriff today, and I put him in, and I need to put Will Clark back in, though.
He's pretty good. I like McGriff. I would say that would be if I wasn't using Clark, I'd probably use McGriff.
Fred's one of my favorite.
Who?
McGriff.
Yeah, I remember you said you smashed with him. That's why I put him in the lineup.
I think he has the most power versus right-handed pitching among the first basemen. I could be wrong.
I like him because he's decent against left-handers, too.
Let's take this Jose Fernandez question. It's the third one down. That's an interesting question. I've kind of been wondering about that too, but I don't think he needs a ton more starts because he was rated, what, is he 92?
Yes.
How long do you think could be until we see?
And he was earning that 92 steadily before he was hurt, and now since he's back, he's had good starts. So.
And he hit a home run.
And he
I
hit a
don't know.
home
That's
run. But it's an intriguing one. I don't really know what they're going to do with him. I hope he goes up, though.
Well, if I remember correctly, they started doing updates, what, three weeks after the season started?
Yeah.
Maybe 4.
yeah. I'm gonna say it might take a month, but who knows? They might do it quicker because the game's gonna be dying.
I don't know. Real quick, the sidebar off of this. When they first started doing everything before they did any updates, I remember I had a Ben Zobrist. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
I've been drinking, but I remember I had a Ben Zobrist, and I looked at his card, and it was like a 81 silver at the time, I think. And when I went to the market, it showed him as a 85 gold. And I was like, what the hell? What's going on? So I sold him real quick for like 7K, and then he went back down to silver the next day.
Well, I know if you look at the marketplace outside of Diamond Dynasty, you're not technically connected to their server, so the player won't be updated. But if you go on Diamond Dynasty and look, it'll be all updated. I don't know if that's... He did go up a few times. He did go back and forth because he switched positions. They had him as a second base and then right field, and none of his attributes changed at all. It was just his primary position, and he dropped like 5 points because of it.
Yeah, because that was all within like one day, and then he went to a gold, and then he went back to silver the same day.
I know tons of people were pissed. Like, I got Zobrist as my gold loyalty, and he went down to silver. I'm like, it's the same card. It's just changed positions. That's the problem. People don't look at the attributes. They just look at the overall.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I made like 5K off of it starting out the game. Oh man, Seattle just gave up the lead. Are you kidding me?
You played ton of Koreans this year. I played a few as well. Marcus Savage.
Yeah.
I know there's one guy that's ranked pretty high. He's Korean. Mathodman, always playing that guy.
Aquatis or something.
Dude, are you talking about HB? Or,
HB? No.
No.
Not Tamer.
Yeah.
It's I can't think of his name. I think it's he plays at the Tampa Bay, that shitty stadium. He always plays there. I don't know.
Who are you talking? Oh,
I can find him right now. Watch. I'll go on the standings.
I know who you're talking about because I played him like freaking like 5 times in like 2 days.
I don't know. I played him a lot on my alternate account.
As soon as you say the name, I know exactly who you're talking about.
I'll find it.
And then, of course, my favorite, I'm assuming he's from Japan or something because his team was Japanese. My favorite person of all, Mr. Mariners X Fan X.
Yeah, I saw you tweet that. I blocked him.
Yeah, everybody should block that guy if you haven't already done so.
He sent me a friend request, and I was kind of, I don't know, it looked kind of fishy because I saw him in your stream, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna avoid this. He was trying to play me. I was like, eh.
Yep. And then somebody came in my stream today saying that it was him. I don't know if it was or not, but probably. I don't really care.
Aquatis, Korea Dragons.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's Korean. I don't know.
He's probably.
But one of my other friends, he's got the Tokyo Zillas, and he's from like Chicago or something. He's not from Tokyo. So
they probably just want you to think that they're gonna lag all games and kind of psych you or something.
I'm gonna make my team like the South Korea Guapos or something.
What happened to Tips? Did he shard himself or something?
Let's find it. We have to figure this out on our own now because he's not here.
Yeah. Yeah. Can someone else click answer the question or no?
Right.
I think not. Is he like the one that started it? I think he's the only one that can do
yeah,
it.
Shopakina. That's the name of the field of actually. You could have a dream lineup of players that aren't in the game.
Well, hold on. The questions are going down.
I don't think I can highlight.
What was your favorite World Series? Asked by Legendary Tyler.
Mine's 2011.
Gay.
That's one of the best World Series.
Nah, I feel you. I'd say, even though they lost, I'd say 95 when the Braves and the Indians played. Because that was like when I first was getting to the age where I could really understand what the hell was going on with sports. And it was just awesome to know because like everybody in my family was rooting for the Indians at that time, so it was just really hyped up. That team was awesome, but then they got their ass kicked by the Braves.
That team was weird.
Oh yeah, man. And then a few years later, they sold it or traded away everybody. What about you, VTGuest?
My favorite World Series. Probably the most recent one for me is 09. It was basically CC and AJ Burnett and A-Rod just dominated. And it was
Who would have thunk that A-Rod could be clutch in the postseason?
Yeah.
Took a long time.
Hold on, I can't hear you guys.
Who can't hear? CJ?
2005. 2005 was the Astros and White Sox. That was one of the worst. It was a sweep.
I'm guessing he probably likes the White Sox.
Must be a White Sox fan.
Yeah.
What's your favorite World Series with no Cardinals?
That's the real question I should have asked you.
I lost the audio. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I thought it was kind of cool seeing the Rockies in that World Series. What was it, like 07?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was just weird seeing them in the playoffs.
I thought last year's World Series was pretty amazing.
Honestly,
Very good game.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something beyond that, but yeah, last year's was really good because Bumgarner was just amazing, and you hardly ever see teams win on the road like that in Game 7.
Yeah. And just the fact, like, the Royals haven't been good in so many years, and they made the World Series and were really good in it. Like, all those games were really competitive.
Nick Markakis hit his first home run as a Braves team. Not really a question.
What expectations do we have for the big update? Will players like Matt Duffy really be rated higher? Well, I don't know if you heard before, but we said that, I don't know, they said somewhere that, they were still working on it and they're still going to try to get updates out next week. So I'm assuming, where'd that question go? Yeah, Duffy, I mean, he definitely deserves an upgrade, so hopefully we see it, man. That's $1 million question. There's a lot of people do. I don't really know Matt Duffy's stats off the top of my head, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a high bronze or low silver.
I am really curious to see with this big update, like, if they end up doing a complete overall, or like,
that would be really cool.
Of everything.
Really, that'd be really cool. Because, like, I don't know, they said it was taking a lot of work. I'm like, really? It's that much work? So hopefully, from the sounds of it, they are redoing it, doing a big old rehaul.
It's a lot of work if you don't really know what you're doing to start with.
That's true. What's up with the shades?
It's bright as fuck, and I can't close the blinds right now enough to keep me from getting.
I had to figure out if that was a Google effect or if those were real shades.
These are the real deal, actually. Is the monocle still on?
Yeah.
What else we got? Shit. That's too
Why isn't Kershaw's K per 99 99 if it's based on a 3-year average? Let me look at it. What is it? It's already. What is it? It's an 82. I don't know. He's like second in K per 9 this year, so I don't know, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not, even though his other peripherals are down a little bit.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Oh yeah, even though his other peripherals are down a little bit, his pace is still up there this year.
Yeah, I was looking at like the pitching metrics, and he was still like second overall. I don't know if it was WAR or whatever it was, but his K per 9 was like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
So he has better metrics than Greinke, even though Greinke has a lower ERA. But I don't think Greinke will keep that up. Because Greinke, because we talked about last show, they don't have attributes for every single stat. Like, they don't have a win-loss attribute. They might put something in a clutch, but they don't really have anything that translate directly to an attribute. So something like ERA, they don't really look at ERA and then base it off that. They look at hits per 9, K per 9, walks per 9, home runs per 9. And then they look at their velo and break and all that. And Greinke's a guy that really has been pitching, I wouldn't say over his head, but he's pitching against what the metrics suggest he should be at. So that's why his hits per 9 and K per 9 are still a little low. Because he gets out of a lot of jams. So, and really, clutch is the only thing for that. I don't know. Do you have any topics for us, CJ? Oh, I don't know where tips went.
Did we already answer that Carlos Correa one last time? I feel like we did.
I think we did. Just wait till next week, guys, with these questions for some of these questions. I mean, I think he should be a silver.
Let's talk about the DH rule.
Oh, the DH question?
Yeah.
We talked about the one we talked about last week. Oh, like what do you want? Like, what specifically about it?
Did we talk about it in terms of real baseball last time?
We touched upon it. I mean, I was for it. I would rather see the DH. That way there would be more diversity because you don't see players like Adrian Gonzalez, David Ortiz, Nelson Cruz would be used a lot as a DH. There's a lot of players like that we would see more of if there was a DH. And plus, I just like having the option. You know, I don't know. I just like having as.
Where's baseball's next city? I like that one, and I'm hoping it's Portland.
Portland.
They've tried it so many times and it's failed for bureaucratic reasons, but there's definitely a fan base for it.
Greenbow, Alabama.
I don't know. VTGuest, what do you think about the DH? You weren't here last time. Do you think it should be in the game?
I like not having the DH. It's already overpowered enough.
Oh, you
At least that way you get to try and use a little bit of strategy.
That's my opinion as well.
I mean, if we're talking like real baseball, I say I like the DH better. So I'm not trying to watch like Bartolo Colon lose his helmet trying to swing every time, but in the game, I don't really. I'm for not having a DH.
Yeah, but isn't the pitching overpowered as well? So I mean, don't you need something to negate that?
I find myself getting a lot of
just playing devil's advocate here.
pitchers though.
That's true. It is a lot. It's a pretty easy to hit your spots in this game, but I still think hitting has the edge, at least. If they're both equal, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you feel differently.
And that way, you'd have to actually everybody's bench would be a little bit different.
Yeah, it'd just be 5 Billy Hamiltons.
Yeah. I don't know. I just hate how it's so simplified this year.
Yeah.
We only have one lineup. We can't even choose how many bench players we have compared to how many guys we want in our bullpen. You know, in real life, that's something managers have to think about. Do I want an extra guy in my bullpen, or do I want an extra guy on my bench?
Okay, guys. So near the end of these podcasts, we're gonna do like player questions and upgrade questions, and we only have a limited amount of time, but we're gonna save those for the end of each podcast that we do, and you guys can ask Tips your questions, and you'll get into like upgrades and stuff like that. So I'm just seeing a lot of player type of questions coming in on the other page.
Hey, he's back.
Yeah, sorry I had to disappear.
It happens, man. Sometimes you shark.
Yeah, not that. So what's going on? What did I miss here? I heard my name.
Favorite diamond pitcher is the one I'm looking at first. Everybody rattle yours off.
Sale.
Favorite diamond pitcher?
The legend count?
I don't think so.
That's a toss-up. I'd say Sale or Scherzer.
I'd say Scherzer. I don't really use Sale.
Scherzer for me too.
I like
See,
it.
and see, that's an example of why the game is disappointing, because we all have the same favorite pitchers, and you all see the same pitchers.
Yeah. There's just not enough of them.
I know. Like, Keuchel would be cool to use, but there's no way in hell you could use him in the World Series division.
Right.
No way in hell you could use him.
You've got
Greinke probably.
what? Wainwright, Sale, Greinke, Scherzer, Hernandez, Kershaw. Is that all of them?
Yeah, there's not a lot.
There's Harvey. I don't know if you said Harvey.
Oh yeah, Harvey.
Harvey's not bad to use because he's got some good velo, but Felix. Did you say Felix?
God awful. Yeah.
A common one I always get is, would you rather have Nolan Ryan or Tom Seaver? And to me, it's always like Ryan's got the better stuff and Seaver's got the better control.
Yeah, I agree. I answer to questions like that. I usually answer neither, to be honest, because like in the upper divisions, if you're playing a good hitter, they're gonna destroy either one of them, really.
So, who would you guys rather face, Ryan or Seaver?
Seaver.
Yeah, Seaver. So that's why I think Ryan. That's why I think I'd rather have Ryan.
I do better against Seaver myself.
Good point, man.
And I had to face Ryan in that All-Star game. I was trembling.
Yeah, I should have taken him out as soon as I did.
One thing I wanted to talk about for sure was a guy like JD Martinez, who got upgraded today.
beast, man.
Stats on the screen, his last few, roster attributes there, and he's an 85 overall, so he finally goes to gold. But I think it's misleading. I think his hitting numbers are some of the best out there.
That's a lot like Nelson Cruz's.
Yeah, it's a good comp.
Yep.
And I think his fielding at 65 and speed at 51 are really holding him back from being much higher. He'd be an 88 left fielder.
So let me ask you guys: do you guys think the top tier teams will actually use him? Well, not even top tier. Any team that has the budget to pick who they want to use. You think anybody would use JD?
No.
Over another gold or diamond? No.
No.
That's exactly why I'd like to see the DH, because a guy like that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd say not unless it's somebody that really pays attention to all that stuff, and there's not too many people out there that do.
Yeah.
He'd also be pretty good to use because his spray chart's pretty impressive. Like, it's literally home runs from the right field line to the left field line.
What is his spray chart?
Just like where his hits go.
What is I'll check on the game because I'm curious.
Oh,
that's something people don't really look at. The
Yeah.
spray chart, and I try to use that sometimes.
That's why I like Manny so much. Machado.
Yeah, he's a beast.
You know what? It's kind of weird. It says he's a pull hitter, but it seems like I hit the gaps, right center gaps, so well with him.
I know Martinez said in an interview during the All-Star game that he's just been trying to hit everything to center field, but he's hitting a lot of opposite field as a result.
That's interesting. I don't even know if those tendencies mean much, man.
Well, in 13, I believe they introduced them, but as far as how much effect they have on the gameplay is another question. But I do believe they have some effect because I noticed, like if you play 12, everybody was a balanced. They didn't even have spray charts. Everybody was a balanced hitter. So Joey Botts would be able to hit right field, no doubters easily. You don't really see that as much, especially on the Hall of Fame difficulty higher if you play online rated. I think so. I think they do mean a little bit. I don't know. VTGuest could probably talk a little bit about that because he played a lot of 12.
Yeah, pretty sure 12 didn't even. It was just like 30, or 31, 31, 32, or
yeah.
32, 30.
It's like everybody had good opposite field power. It was like almost the same as pulling it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think it even mattered.
Someone mentioned Nelson Cruz. He got downgraded today. Contact versus righties went down 2. Power versus righties went down 9. And then his power versus lefties actually went up to a 99.
I don't get it, man.
That's really weird.
Yeah, that one was weird when I saw it too.
I don't really see
I
many
just
people
watched
use
Nelson
Cruz.
strike out to lose the game a minute ago in real life.
So we got one question here I think is kind of interesting. Have you seen many DD players as the pitcher? Why is it not more popular? Does anybody want to take that, or do we all want to give our opinions on it?
As a starting pitcher, it's not more popular because there's only a 1 in 5 chance you get to use them.
Right.
Exactly.
And as a reliever, it's not more popular because he comes in like already energy depleted.
And it's just a cheesy ass thing to do for a reliever.
I did it for a while, and I just felt
That's not going to stop anyone.
It's probably not the best thing to do strategically anyway, because you're losing a really good bat if you put some training into him.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a lot more valuable.
And when you bring him in with no stamina, it just negates their whole hits per 9 and K per 9 attributes, because if your guy's fatigued, your opponent's PCI will just be balloon-sized anyway.
Gigantic, yeah.
So,
That's
as far as starting pitcher, you lose value. I mean, compared to playing 1 out 5 days to every day, you lose value out of it. So that's probably why you don't see it too much.
I know when I face one, though, it's like I just know this game is going to be really tough because they always have some kind of crazy arsenal and they're very good, 99 overall.
And they have 5 pitches, and there's probably submarines. That's how.
Yeah, exactly.
That was kind of the problem in the past. Everybody would have 5 pitchers like that, throwing 102.
Yeah.
With sidearm deliveries.
Finally, last year they made it so you couldn't give them a sidearm delivery.
Yeah, they took out some.
Some of them. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big problem at first.
It's just cheese.
Yeah, basically.
So I think we've got about 40 viewers right now. Just to let everyone know, this is Walking Off MLB The Show. It's a hangout we've been doing. This is our second one. We've got Ryan here on the phone. We got Outside Slider. We got Mathodman, and we got Cardinal Bird 5. And we'll just kind of do these periodically, maybe weekly. And today's the big news. Of course, we had a roster update that went in like around 2 in the morning Eastern time. And then we found out late tonight that one of the developers posted saying that that was not the big one that everyone's been expecting. So that's, I know, one of the big topics we've been talking about today.
Yep.
That's right.
Real quick, is my Twitter handle backwards on the screen?
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay. It's backwards on my screen.
Yeah, I said that too, and I said that was stupid.
What doesn't make sense about it being backwards?
It was something like that.
Something like that.
So, do you guys have any questions? Not talking specifically about upgrades or.
Can you guys sing about baseball? That's a question I see.
All right.
I know you can, Matt.
Yeah, I like to sing when I'm streaming. I'm not going to sing right now, though. There's no music playing. I'm just sing by myself.
Called acapella, and I very much so want to hear it.
Let's hear it, Ryan.
Yes, you weren't supposed to flip that.
Feel free to tune into my stream sometime if you haven't already done so. I do a lot of singing in there.
Both
Of all
of you
sorts
guys
of
sing
genres
some
of music.
Taylor Swift. She doesn't have any baseball songs though, does she?
Shake it off. That's like one of my favorite songs now, man. It's like my troll anthem. I love it. I never thought I'd listen to Taylor Swift, but...
The question says, what is the hardest park to hit home runs in?
The hardest park?
Petco's pretty tough.
Red Rocks.
Yeah, it's probably one of those minor league stadiums.
It's Red Rocks. No, major leagues it'd be. I don't know.
Petco, man. I'm telling you, the ball just drops.
Do you really notice the altitude effect there, or like the sea level effect?
I noticed that I hit a lot more long fly balls there, though.
I don't play at Petco very often, so I don't know. I think Wrigley Field, I struggle a lot because their corners are really weird.
Corners are weird.
Yeah, it's like 360, I think, 365 or something. TJ, there's somebody behind you.
Yeah,
Safeco's not a very easy field to hit in. Home runs, that is.
Yeah. That scared me. I had headphones on. I couldn't even hear. Holy shit.
So, I don't know. Do you guys know any parks? Hard to hit home runs? Any specifically?
I can't think of any except some of those minor league stadiums.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like most games online are people pick Fenway or Yankee Stadium, so.
Yeah.
Or Minute Maid.
I saw one question asking, what do we think about Center Field Hill being removed from Houston? And I think it was fucking retarded to ever have that thing there in the first place.
Dude, fuck that thing, man. Why the fuck did they put a mound out in the center field?
I'm indifferent about it. It was kind of weird.
I would love to know who thought that was a good idea.
Right.
And like, oh, I think that's a great idea, Bill. Let's do it. Fucking dumbass.
I'll never forget Carlos
people fell?
Gomez's catch, though. Carlos Gomez actually got out there and dove and caught a ball.
I remember Lance Berkman's catch out there.
Yeah, Berkman too, for sure.
I remember when they first put it in and somebody hit a ball out there and you just see the first dude face plant right into the ground as he's trying to run to the ball, and it's just like, what were they thinking?
It hardly ever comes into effect on the game. The balls hardly ever go out there like a pop fly.
The Astros were so bad though during that time that they had to put something in there as a kind of comedy.
Get those fans in there, baby.
Yeah.
It was like Major League. It's like Major League. It's like,
exactly.
It sucks right now. Let's put a hill out in center field.
Let's put
That'll
a
get
circus
the
out
fans.
there.
They were really bad at that time. But they're getting their shit together now. I see
Oh, Mattman had a good one. Mattman had a good one. All right, if you could pick your walk-up song, what would it be? Matt, we gotta start with you.
My walk-up song?
Yeah, for you.
Like if I was batting?
If you were in the majors, what would your walk-up song be?
I'll think about this for a second. Give me a quick second.
Ryan.
Easy. Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On.
He's not even joking either.
Dude, that song's awesome.
Not.
I love that song.
Am I a relief pitcher coming into the game, or am I a batter?
Ooh.
Dang.
Let's hear both.
Getting into the nitty gritty.
If I was a reliever, I'd probably do "Fuck the Police" by NWA, because I think that song would get me pumped up, because I hate that song. But if I was a batter, I probably would have to go with some Taylor Swift, "Shake It Off." I love that song. I really do.
Respect.
Does anybody else use that song in the majors? Curious.
I'm sure someone had to have at least.
I wonder if they have to pay for the rights to use those songs.
I have no idea.
We'll save that for a different podcast.
They probably do.
That overplayed a ton, but imagine everyone doing the Harlem Shake, like right when you're coming off and the beat drops. The whole crowd.
There's like a DJ in center field spinning tracks.
What would yours be, Derek?
I don't know. Maybe some random ass 80s song or something. Maybe Whip It.
There's another stadium.
I don't know.
There's another stadium-related question. Do you ever have a hard time seeing the ball at some stadiums, depending day or night?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's Safeco during the day.
Yep.
You say Safeco?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's so terrible.
Comerica too.
Like I love Seattle. Like Seattle Mariners are my favorite team for anybody that might not know. But I can't play at that park in the day, especially. It's impossible to track the ball.
Seems like Cleveland had one too. I don't know if they took it out.
Cleveland used to be tough.
And then there's a minor league one that has a white billboard.
Is that one still in there?
Yeah, man. Like people used to pick that one all the time and do a right-handed submariner.
Somebody asked a question real quick. For Ryan, what's with the dog hat?
It's from Martha's Vineyard. It's Black Dog. Oh, why am I wearing it? Just in case it rains.
What else we got?
That's with the dog hat. Really, guys? That's what we got? That's our question.
What's our viewer count, Sauce?
We're at 41, which is an all-time high. Thanks, everyone, for setting a record.
Oh, snap.
Nice.
43, new record. Where are the sound effects?
Mathodman and Cardinal Bird 5 should have a singing competition.
That's a whole different podcast.
Huh.
That would be fun, though.
Cardinal Bird wasn't even here to hear it.
And there was also one about him getting an afro. Did we already talk about that?
No.
All right, Chris Archer's afro is ridiculous now.
Dude, he's got...
You just let
See if
that
we can pull up a picture of Archer.
I'm about to look it up on my
just
phone
like
right
let
now.
that thing just do its own like.
I love that guy. Somebody, Jack RT_13 would like to see Stan Musial added.
Yeah, I hope they bring in more legends next year. That was a good idea.
They need to. They need to do something to keep the game entertaining as long as possible.
Yeah, and especially because in the MLB there's a limited number of players if they're not going to do the informs and whatnot, so that would be one way.
So just hypothetically, if they added legends like during the off season, do you think that would be enough to draw a crowd back in to play the game when Madden drops and all that?
That's a good idea. That's
That
good.
would be really good and strategic to keep your audience. I don't think they're going to do it, though.
They should add legends like halfway through the season and after the season's over.
feel like it would be a good way to keep people interested in the game.
Literally reset all the collections, where you gotta either get a new version of the card, kind of like Madden, or I don't know, would you just wipe the collections clean and you got to start over to get the new legend, and you get to keep all your old players, but all your unsellable cards are gone? I mean, I don't know how you do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. The only thing, Ryan, you remember when they had those other collections, like the Cy Young collection and the 30-30 guys?
Yeah, they
And
took
you
all
would
those
collect.
out.
Yeah, they took all those out, and it sucks. Like, maybe they could do something like that, bring those back.
Yeah. No, I don't have a black dog, but I wish I did. Oh, and also someone asked if I like Kristaps Porzingis, and yes, I do. He was my DD player for a while.
What are your guys' real names? My name's Matthew. I don't know if anybody else wants to give their name or not, but I don't know this shit.
I'm Ryan. I mean, the Twitter handle is like my personal Twitter, so.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
shit.
CJ, and it says it on there. Let's see.
Cardinal Bird is Derek. I don't even know if I know MLB The Show Tip's real name. It's Sauce.
Sauce. MLB
It's
The Show
MLB.
Tips here.
MLB is his first name.
I introduced
Mathodman
myself
should
as
get a
Marsh.
Dallas Keuchel beard. Dude, I would never shave again if I was allowed to, but I'm in the Air Force and I'm a deputy sheriff, so that is something that I can't keep for a very long time.
You would grow the full deal, like you had on earlier in the effects.
Oh yeah, man. Let me just show you what I'm talking about.
I grew mine out for 4 months when I went abroad. It was a bitch.
I hate the itchy face, though.
It does get really itchy.
It's horrible.
At about 2 weeks, it gets extremely itchy.
Yeah.
We had someone say not facial hair related, but they've had a lot of Koreans this year, like Korean gamers from Korea.
So this is. Are we gonna tread this line?
Dude, I hope yours looks better than that.
What are you talking about, man? It's beautiful.
Shit.
Screen share. No.
We're back to the Koreans.
That's just ridiculous.
We talk about Koreans.
Yeah, we did when
Yeah, we answered there's a few teams that we thought were Korean.
Actually, it does rain inside. Whoever asked that question, my landlord's not the best.
Archer's Afro, I'll grow that shit out, dude.
And you
If I
guys,
could grow an afro, I would.
dude.
I just looked at it. It was pretty intense.
The
What-
catcher's delay. Do you think they'll fix the catcher's delay when there's a dribbler in front?
Oh, I
That's
know
really random. I'll have like my guy back there with 120 reaction, and sometimes he'll just stare at it, but then I'll have Buster Posey just jump right on it.
The worst part about it, though, is when it happens, it usually seems like you always give up a big hit after and give up a run.
Yep.
So frustrating.
It's like it forces it on
annoying.
you at that time. I've hit R2 or L2 or whatever that one is to switch players. I think I've worn my button down from that player right there. Trying to switch to him.
Yeah, I mean, I think the delay happens whether it's a dribbler, a bunt, a stolen base. I mean, it's just there's that delay from the camera switching. That's all it is.
They tried to compensate because in the past it was like a ninja catcher. Now it's just like, oh, I'm gonna stare at it.
What's your favorite ballpark in real life? I got to visit Busch Stadium. It was pretty amazing. I haven't been there since Ballpark Village was opened up, though. I bet it's even better. Fenway is amazing, also.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
I've been to Fenway, Yankee Stadium, Nats Stadium. Actually, probably Camden Yards. Camden
Fenway
Yards.
Stadium. What's that?
That's in his backyard and shit. That's the wiffle ball stadium.
Later this summer, I'm going to go out to AT&T Ballpark in San Francisco for a Cardinals game, actually, in Giants, and check out that stadium. I think that's going to be amazing.
Oh, that's nice. Get you some garlic fries.
See the Seagulls.
I think PNC Park is beautiful.
Yeah, those are good ones.
I like I like the West Coast ones, but I never been to any of them. So
Not Oakland.
Yeah, that place, God.
like I'd love to go to Coors or I think Petco or AT&T. Those are all really nice looking, but as far
Chase
as
Field is very nice as well.
Yeah,
Chase Field,
Yeah.
My
I've been
friend went to Coors Field and they were losing like 13-6, but if they scored 7 runs, it was free tacos at Taco Bell. And they scored the 7th run and the crowd erupted.
that reminds me of semi-pro.
New packs on Friday. What do you guys think they will be? I have no idea, man. I was trying to think of like what kind of packs came out this time last year, but I couldn't remember.
It was like the heavy hitters, so I think they were trying to kind of evolve around the home run derby. Yeah, they might not even do packs this upcoming Friday. I haven't heard anything yet.
That's true. They've done so many packs. Like,
Yeah, they've done like 6 in a row. I think
But don't you think they just want to keep pushing them out, though?
it would make sense.
Unless
But a
you're
lot of
too
things-
busy doing the roster update.
Yeah, a lot of things they've done though have not made sense. Like they released a new card, they make so much money off it. Like a throwback card, they release so much money off those, or they get so much money off them. It'd be so easy to do.
What else we got? Alright.
Yeah, for pizza. The best glitch is the Bat Boy glitch.
Yeah.
That's kind of
new this year too.
the
seen
best
that
part
happen
about the
to VTGuest on
Okay.
stream.
The best part about the Bat Boy glitch is like if you go and watch the replay, the dude is like invisible. You can't actually see him, and you just see the ball like floating in the air as he's walking away with it. It's really
I
funny.
think if you're on the other side, you see it though.
What do you mean?
I think
If you-
because I remember seeing the ball boy come out there and take it. Are you just talking
What?
about the replay only?
Yeah, but yeah, if you see the replay, because like one time I was looking at
Yeah.
the highlights after the game, and it just showed the ball floating in the air. It was really funny.
I remember the past few years it's been the frozen catcher glitch, which has been pretty similar to that.
Yeah, that
You guys
one's
remember that?
been hell.
Oh god,
That one
that's
sucks.
man.
I'm sure.
I gave up
Yeah,
like
I'm sure.
slam on that one time.
Oh my goodness, man! I got a video on my YouTube where somebody does that to me. It's somebody that's like in the top 10 this year, and he just that was so annoying. It didn't happen very often. I mean, it happened every now and then, but it would piss you off.
So I got a question. I don't know if I should ask this or not, because I don't know if you're supposed to be giving out the answer. But tips, were you trying to keep your little interview under wraps? I don't know if you were or not.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I won't ask you then.
Well, yeah, what I can say is that we're going to have a pretty big surprise for the community probably later this week. And for the 32 people watching and anyone else on YouTube later, expect something pretty big later this week. That's all I can say. It has nothing to do with rosters. There's nothing to do with updates. It'll be a lot of fun.
So make sure you follow and subscribe.
I think you guys might be talking about two different things, but we'll figure that out later.
Make sure you keep asking Mathodman in a stream about it.
Just to give you guys a quick heads up while we're talking about things in the future, I don't know if you all heard, I get the opportunity to be the guest on GSC Late Night Friday at 11 p.m., which is pretty awesome.
I didn't even know you were with them.
Well, I recently applied, and I pretty much got accepted, but they still want me to go back and, you know how they tell you they want you to like check all the other streamers, and since I've been so busy the last 10 days with like all the Air Force stuff and everything, they told me to just get back to them when I can. So I pretty much already got accepted, but
Yeah, I've been since
good.
I started streaming. I've been with them, but I didn't. I thought I mentioned it to you, but I didn't know you actually were with them. That's cool.
Well, yeah, K-Dog last week, I think he told me to put in an application with them and to mention him, and
I'll have to check it out. I usually check it out anyways, but I'll probably be there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
What time did you say that was?
11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's late, man.
Yeah, and I gotta work that night and the night after, or the day after. So I'll be extra tired.
Tell them to move it up.
Nah, I think that's what they do. So I'm not worried about it. I can tough it out for one night. I'll just sleep while I'm hanging out with the inmates at the desk.
I got a question on Twitter. If you were to build 5 outfielders for your Diamond Dynasty team, what would be the ideal 5? I guess 3 to start and 2 on the bench.
Like, just Diamond Dynasty players?
Yeah.
Oh. Does my created player count?
Sure.
Okay, well, him, Trout, Ted Williams, Kiner, and Stanton. If my created player doesn't count, I'd add Harper in there.
I would go with Trout, Kutch, Harper, Williams, and probably Kiner. In no specific order. I don't know which ones I'd start. Probably Teddy, Trout, and Kutch. Or no,
Honorable mention for
Teddy,
Winfield, too, for me.
Teddy, Kutch, and Harper. That's who I would start. What I started already.
I'd do something similar to that. Maybe I'd have 2 specialists on the bench, like a Billy Hamilton for just pinch runner, and maybe a Dave Winfield to put in right field if there's a tag-up situation, 1 out, I'm up by 1, just have that 99, 98 arm out there in right field.
Yeah, I think mine on my other account is Trout, Ted Williams, and Andre Dawson, and I really like that because Andre Dawson has a rocket.
Maybe you could have like Dawson, Winfield, and K-line on your bench. A tag-up situation in the game on the line. Bring all 3 of them in. But I don't really see many people use Dawson very much.
I love Dawson.
Imagine that if somebody subs all 3 of them in.
Yeah.
Sauce, this one is for you. Tips, what's your favorite MLB team? I've seen a lot of people ask this on Twitch and no one knows.
My favorite MLB team?
Your favorite.
I'm embarrassed to say it. It's the Marlins. I once grew up down there in Florida, and I still have my love for Luis Castillo and Craig Counsell and the '93 inaugural team, and then they won the World Series a couple times.
Jeff Conine.
Jeff Conine, Mr. Conine. Benito Santiago. A bunch of
Jeff Conine should be the Marlins legend.
Yeah, we talked about that last time. Conine, Sheffield, some of those guys could be the next Marlins legend.
Renneria.
I feel like Sheffield was in the game, either this game or the other baseball game a couple years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least the Marlins won a World Series. It's better than I could say.
2. I think is the only time they finished over 500. They won it all, right? Or did they finish 500 a few years ago? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Marlins. I saw of the teams who haven't been in the postseason over a decade. I know there are a bunch of other teams too that are ahead of them.
Yeah, so at least every time they made the playoffs, they won it all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. I think they're 2 for 2. As wide.
Derek looks like he's in witness protection or something.
Can we get a voice changer?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you what?
I will not predict outcomes.
Take a seat, Derek.
Because I don't have very good lighting in here.
Why did you come to this hangout? What did you think was going to happen?
Looks like I'm getting interviewed on 60 Minutes.
Yep. Your guys' top underrated players. They wanted top 3 in each tier, but we can't get into all that.
Kind of depends how you define underrated.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Underused. Let's go underused.
Yeah, underused would
undervalued.
probably be a better question. Let me think about that. Let me think.
Yeah, it's
I'm
kind
trying
of
to think of some good ones here.
Wow, great job.
That was a good question. Well, I'm trying to think of like how to
I
like.
saw Moustakas had like a really decent contact versus righties and vision, so that was an interesting combination. I thought about even picking him up just to try him out. Have you guys ever tried Moustakas?
I had him on my budget, my silver team for a while. He's pretty good. I think I hit better with him than I did Chris Bryant.
Right. Yeah, I can believe it too. He's got I think 80-something contact and then really high vision.
Yeah. Yep.
You know who used to be surprisingly good and better than their attributes showed was Chase Utley.
Yes. Totally agree. He was my favorite. He was the original gold I got with my Diamond Dynasty team, and he was the only good one I had for a while. And I probably hit more home runs than with him, and than any other player until really recently. And then they downgraded him.
Let me try to think of something here.
I like
I had
I'm gonna
Chase Utley
say-
for a while.
I used them very briefly. Okay, I got 3.
You said
Alright.
Steve Finley earlier.
Brooks Robert. What?
You said Steve Finley earlier.
Yeah, that's more. Yeah. I'll say Brooks Robinson because no one uses him. Good against the cheese. Anti-cheese. 99 fielding. 96 arm strength. And he's not very hard to get either. And then I would go with Adam Jones, another Oriole. In my opinion, he's probably the 3rd best center fielder. Or he's right there with McCutchen, really. He's just McCutchen. Look at their attributes. McCutchen is not really that much better. And then, I forgot who else I had. Oh, Will Clark. I just go Will Clark because I talk about him all the time.
Right.
Now you guys got to go. You can't just make me go.
Yeah, I think Adam Jones is a good one. Other than that, I was thinking, oh my God. I always really liked using Starling Marte. You don't see too many people use him. I thought he was really solid when I had him on my team when I was first starting out. He's like really well-rounded. He's got a lot of good attributes.
It sucks they downgraded
Everybody
his
loves the
speed.
player too. Yeah, I know. Didn't make sense either.
Yeah.
I got a few pictures. The two dudes on the Red Sox, Zawa and then Uehara, are both very hard to hit. And I think I looked up, I forget who it was, Zawa maybe. His K per 9, no, it's Uehara. His K per 9 is in the 90s. Very good, and he's got a really deceptive hitter. So I like him. Maybe in like the 7th or 8th inning.
I used to use both of them quite a bit, actually. I liked them.
Yeah, they're good. And then I guess for a hitter, I think Jock Peterson is still really underrated. We looked at his power numbers last time. I mean, Trout has like an 81 power versus righties, and he's the best center fielder, except Peterson, who's got a 90 power versus righties. So even though he's not even gold, I mean, you're getting one hell of a power hitter in center field.
I say Finley.
Somebody else that's not used very much is Eddie Gamboa.
Ryan's reaction.
Just kidding, by the way. What would you say,
I have one more
Ryan?
to throw in there.
You Darvish. For some reason, I don't see you Darvish very much, and he's actually a pretty good pitcher in this game.
Oh yeah, I'll say Joe.
Wagon.
Arrieta's cutter's nasty.
So, I've been using just some different pitchers. Tyson Ross I just pitched with. He's got some really good velocity, like 95 fastball. Danny Salazar, another guy you can get in the mid-90s with. There are a lot of like those middle 80 kind of pitchers that are really fun to use.
I got one more too. Cespedes. I don't see really anybody use him, and he's like probably the best defensive left fielder, and he's got pretty good power too.
I was gonna say him. Actually.
71 and 80.
And that arm, he's got a great arm too.
Yeah, 98 arm strength.
Yeah, he's like a Dave Winfield that can hit.
Yeah, and you don't see very many guys with good arms in left field.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I took CJ's player.
Did you?
Did you say Cespedes? I thought you said you were going to say him.
Yeah, I did. I had Cespedes ready to go.
I've only had 2 matches this whole time.
Damn it.
My bad.
Legendary Tyler says maybe Cardinal Boot should move to a different room. What the hell?
Sorry.
Tyler needs to stop asking so many questions. And that's not even a question, jackass. That's a statement. So no.
Toby Spokes asks, Eddie Gamboa?
Is anybody checking the hashtag on Twitter?
Oh, you have a hashtag?
I didn't know we had
I guess
a
we better check that out, huh?
We got 34 viewers right now. If you are watching, we're talking about the show. Obviously, we got a few people here who Twitch a lot. So why don't you guys tell them what time you guys Twitch normally?
Alright, I'm on at like 7 every day when I get back from the gym. And then usually I try and go pretty long on Saturday and Sunday. I'm just too hungover to care.
Is that Eastern Standard Time?
Yeah, sorry, Eastern Standard Time.
During the week, I usually start my streams like 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then I just get off whenever I feel like it. Usually, I take a lunch break, and then I get my Twitch grind back on. And then weekends, like after 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I work my 12-hour shifts. That's it.
See, mine for right now, probably about 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. Weekdays, for the weekends, probably like, around noon. I'll try to start streaming, but it's gonna change here in a few weeks anyway. So just whenever I get free time. That's why you guys should follow me on Twitter, so to have a heads up.
I cannot stop thinking about that whole like Dateline BC blotting your face thing out. Now that they said that.
I'm just a fan of the monocle over the sunglasses for CJ.
Is it still on there?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I thought I got that thing off of there. There we go.
There we go.
Do you guys think Carlos Martinez will go gold? I guess we're at that. Are we at that spot in the podcast?
I feel like we've been at that spot.
All right. So, do you guys think Carlos Martinez will go gold?
He's an upgrade candidate for sure. Yeah, the way he's pitching. Yeah.
I think so.
We talked about this the last hangout. We just said, well, how do you judge the timing? Like we were figuring out week to week based on the performances. Oh, he had a really good game, or 2 or 3 starts in a row. He's going to go up. At this point, though, we don't know what they're evaluating other than the whole first half. And yeah, he's an 85 overall, maybe gold pitcher, but it doesn't mean that's where he'll stop, and that's not his ceiling. So even if he doesn't get huge upgrades, we got a long second half still to go.
I was trying to help people understand because, like, I watched one of your videos before, Tips, explaining a little bit how the upgrade process takes place. And Cardinal Bird, you have one as well, I think. And a lot of people just say that people deserve to be upgraded because they're doing well. But like I was trying to explain and help them understand, and referring your videos as well, that they have to be excelling in specific categories that they're not excelling in before to be eligible to get upgrades, more so than like just doing well.
Yeah,
and a lot of people don't realize that.
Losses there's no category in the game for wins and losses, so it doesn't help Garrett Cole if he's got.
And really, and really ERA. There's like Zach Greinke, you know, he's got that really low ERA, but they're looking at hits per 9, K per 9, walks per 9, and they're not going to change his stuff. I mean, he is what he is. So
yeah, I think that's a good point. That they don't typically mess with velocity and not stamina, but other attributes. They look at the ones I took a look at in my pitcher prediction videos, which is like the hits, the walks, the home runs, the strikeouts, and maybe the stamina.
They barely do pitch edits. It took like a whole petition to get Tanaka's cheesy ass changeup off the game because he didn't even throw it. So they barely touched it and stuff.
I love that changeup though.
Oh God.
I don't think I've ever used Tanaka since then.
Yeah, I mean he's still actually pretty effective. He's just all his pitches move. They're just like all the same speed. I think something else to talk about, like the sample size. If somebody has a good month, it's baseball. Somebody can get pretty lucky and hit 300 in a month. That's why they play 162 games or whatever. So, and plus, you know, they're supposed to weight it on 3-year averages. We don't know if they do that anymore. But yeah, it's baseball. And like I said last time, they're mainly using statistics. They're not using highlight reels or web gems or whatever. So it's not like basketball or Madden where they make, you know, cool ass looking plays or big dunks and they get an upgrade or whatever. They're just looking at stats.
Right. So if Jock Peterson makes 3 web gems in a week, it doesn't mean he's going to get a fielding upgrade.
Yeah. Or if Todd Frazier wins the home run derby, it doesn't mean he's, you know, going to be maxed out in power, although he's close.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're buying a player that you think is going to get upgraded, you got to be pretty much prepared to hold it for a long time.
Yep.
Or else don't buy it for the upgrade.
You got to be proactive about it too, because you got to realize a lot of people will wait till the last second, and that's why when Sunday comes around, you can sell some of these players you know that aren't going to get an upgrade for more than what they'll be, even if they got an upgrade. Take Chris Bryant for example.
Greinke was like $30K last night.
Was it?
Yeah.
It's so
I knew
ridiculous.
it was like 18. That's funny though.
Yeah, there's just a ton of speculation out there, like you said, on Sundays, and so prices start going up for guys, and they go really far down for others. And then come Monday, everyone cashes in whether they got upgraded or not. Like Manny Machado, there's a big sell-off today because he didn't get an upgrade, and here we are now finding out.
Yeah, Monday is actually one of the better days to buy the players too. You probably wouldn't think that, but
that isn't Mondays. That new pack drops, and prices start plummeting. Monday, the roster updates come out, prices start plummeting.
Then Wednesday, Thursday, best time to sell them. I think I answer that almost every time I stream. When should I sell so-and-so? When should I buy so-and-so? It's the same thing every week because they release the packs the same days, and they do the roster updates the same days.
I was going to tack on to one thing you were talking about, the weighted stuff and the baseball stats. And when it comes to rookies, like we have Carlos Correa, Chris Bryant, those guys, they're going to take it slow with them too. They're not going to be 90s overall. Even Jock Peterson, they boosted, I thought, fairly quickly with the hot start he had.
Yeah.
And I think they're only going to take it so far.
I think there's some biases in that as well. Like I was saying last time, Correa is the #1 prospect the past 2 years, so he's going to get a slight advantage over some I don't know who's some other rookie. Like I could use Randall Grichuk, even though he's not a rookie. Has been slowly progressing on the game, even though he's been hitting really well. But Correa, I think somebody like that, they're going to be more biased towards. They were like that with Puig, and they've been like that with certain players. I think that there's some East Coast and West Coast biases in that as well. I don't know. Do you guys think there is, or?
Yeah,
right, you still here?
Yeah, I think so. I think there could be some biases for sure. I noticed some more Dodgers are getting kind of the upgrades and attention more so than a lot of others, and I know the developers are on the West Coast in San Diego. But
yeah, do you remember like Justin Upton and Matt Kemp would get an upgrade every week, like 1 or 2 points for no reason?
Right. I think they just saw them on the highlights a bit more there for some reason.
So it exists.
Matt Kemp got a base hit. Give him an upgrade.
Pretty much.
Remember when Matt Kemp called himself beast mode and said he was going to hit 50 home runs and stuff?
Yeah, that's why you should never do that right there.
Crazy, man. What do you guys think about San Diego this year? Did you expect them to be good?
I did.
I did.
Really?
I expected them to be competing with LA and San Francisco for sure.
It's kind of weird. They were doing better last year than what they're doing now, and they have a lot better lineup really than what they had last year. But their pitching was so good last year, and it's for some reason the sea level or whatever is not really helping them pitch better this year. It's kind of weird. And they got Will Myers in center. That doesn't help.
Yeah, he's not a center fielder.
No, they tried to use him as a leadoff guy, and he had bad on base percentage, and I think he's still hurt, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he came back in the game.
They traded Maben, who's having a great year for the Braves.
Yeah,
but they gave Maben plenty of chances.
They really did. Well, they got him. They traded him to get Kimbrel, right?
Yes.
Melvin Upton Jr.
Yeah.
CJ and Ryan, legendary Tyler, suggest that you guys should get some more talking time.
I like you, Tyler. You should mod him up, Cardinal.
Don't forget, Tyler's the troll.
My favorite animal, this is true, is a llama. I have a stuffed one in my room right now.
Why do you like llamas? There's like nothing likable about a fucking llama.
Did I get my stuffed llama?
Tina, you fat lord, eat some dinner. Eat the food. My favorite animal is a koala bear.
That's cute.
It is cute.
That's a quality choice.
Huh?
What?
What'd you say?
Nothing.
I like unicorns. Do we have any more questions? I think we're drying up, guys.
All right, well, let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Safe sex, everybody.
Why don't we tell them your Twitch streams again?
I was going to say, that's a weird note to end on. Let's do something else.
We don't have any. We need some music to take us out or something. We definitely need Cash, Twitch Caster, in here to help us out with this shit.
His one soundbite with the female. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That gets me every time, man. I don't know why. It cracks me up.
He has some good ones.
The beer lunch or something like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Everyone here's got Twitter and streams a lot, so check them out. And appreciate everyone stopping by for the second episode of Walking Off. And I'll be the show live.
Do it live. Jameis Winston's
Walking
done.
off.
We need a song or something so bad.
Should we literally walk out of the room?
Yeah.
We're walking off.
We all just get up and walk off.
No, wait,
Thanks.
good question.
Thanks everybody for coming out, though. It's awesome. Thanks for all the good questions.
Bye, guys. Bye, Tyler.
Questions.
Walk it
Bye,
off.
Tyler.
Thanks for sticking around.
Shake it off.
Shake it up.
I'll sing as the outro.